right, very good morning and welcome to The Voices coming to you live on Politics and Business TV right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Medina Azaki. What a weekend. Team one, good morning.
Thank you.
One team.
Morning.
It's good to see you.
Thank you very much, Ajia.
All right. It was a weekend of fun.
Exactly.
Yes,
Weekend of
especially with the
excitement.
Osun State,
Gubernatorial
elections.
election.
I really want to commend you guys for what you did over the weekend. Sometimes you will never know your potential until you are pushed to the world and to take the initiative. Yes, it only takes somebody with that kind of commitment, and we're happy that our people that are on ground, also did us proud. They didn't leave any stone unturned. Yes. But before we go, into the main discussion, how would you analyze the election generally?
Well, I think the election
from what you heard, what you saw, what you read.
The election general, from what we saw on the social media, what we saw on other conventional television, what we read on the papers, I think this election very much reflected the will of the people. Against all odds, against all the alleged federal might, the Accord Party was able to sail through and for the first time to have their own elected governor in place in the person of Ademola Adeleke. A lot of people have anticipated a lot of things like violence, killing. It has taken place to some extent, but it wasn't as at the magnitude that people expected, actually. Particularly with regard to Ilesha, where the sitting senator from representing Osun East make those statements alleging in court that killed them, this particular thing. Well, some killings have taken place in some areas. At least we saw about 20-something recorded so far, and violences, but it was far below the level anticipated, considering how fast the election is expected to take place, particularly between the Accord Party candidate and the APC candidate. All in all, the election actually reflected to a large degree the will and aspiration of the Osunians.
And I think we should congratulate the Osun people. We should also congratulate INEC. For the first time in a long time that we're having a free, credible and a transparent election. And I think the swift uploading of results, made the whole difference. But let us go to the topic of the day. Now, we did hear that vote buying, as the people doing the vote buying have upped their game.
Of course,
now it's from 5,000 to 50,000.
5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000.
Now it's 50,000.
50,000. Yes, now because looking at how
the inflation,
the value of the Nigerian currency has depreciated, what that 10,000 used to do for one, now even 50,000 cannot do. And then they also realize that it's not easy now to buy the will of the people. If you at least want to buy their right, their political right, then you have to begin higher. And that is why they said the vote buying market is getting more expensive. And despite that, I talked to one person from Osun, but who didn't actually travel to Osun, but he's from Osun. He's a very close friend of mine. He said he's from AD. I told you that I also had small connection with Osun people, AD people. He said, well, according to reports he's receiving from home, so many people have even taken gift and gratification and still refuse to vote. The party or the people or the agents that gave them those gratifications. I think that's a step in the right direction also. If you can do this, I and some of my colleagues in those platforms are always negate each other. Me, I'm of the opinion that take the money they brought, take the rights they brought, but don't elect any particular person that brought all these things to you. So, and there are people that say, no, me is against my principle that I will never take money. I will never. I say, take it. The money is the public, it's yours.
It's the federal government's money.
Exactly.
Taxpayers' money. Yeah, it's your money.
It's our money. We saw people that have stored money in banks that to the extent that they rot. Politicians, we saw it. We saw the videos going all over the place. So these are the monies that these people keep in warehouse preparing for this election. So take it. It's your own public fund. Take it and then vote the candidate of your choice. Vote people who you feel they are going to do the right for. They are going to do right by you. That's my advice to Nigerians. And I think that's what exactly happened in Osun. Politicians do they did, but they actually what you call they made it to the extent that you have to rely heavily on them. They weaponize poverty. They weaponize hunger. So that is why every time those politicians come out, do you remember 2 years ago, 2 years down the line, the sitting minister of FCT has made a statement to the effect that when the time comes, you know what to do to buy their vote, even as cheap as 2,000 naira.
Yes, he made that.
So, what will he say? They will reach a point in time whereby will make them buy it. That means it is planned. It's organized.
So, and somebody said we are even ready to Africa.
But despite that, you even consider Japan as a better option than you to remain in a country like Nigeria
where you have freedom.
Exactly.
She collected. And I'm sure many are like that. So for those who are into the market and thinking that, okay, the higher, the better, are they seeing signal that this vote buying will not help? Or they are thinking that as we go further, Oshu is just one state. Maybe other states, people will collect and do their will.
For the people, I don't know. But for the political parties and the politicians, I think this is a very good signal for them. They now have to up their game. Just as the people becoming more and more aware and enlightened, also the politicians are also observing the mood and the activities of the people are also realigning themselves.
Yes.
Because this Ocean election is a litmus test. Yes. They now know that it is no longer business as usual.
Yes.
This one having over 10 governors in place to influence some the way the election takes place.
Yes.
Despite dispatching huge numbers of police and other security personnel, still the election ended in favor of the Accord Party. The Accord Party is a very, very significantly very low political party in this country. I don't think they have any member among the senators in the Senate or in the House of Reps. But yet they have a governor.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think they will now begin to recalibrate, recategorize, recalculate their next step toward 2027. Because vote buying is not going to earn them any vote this time around. People may take the money and still refuse to elect you. I like the way the police actually participated in most of the where our reporters are. They tried, our party agents have tried to reach out to voters to incite them with money, but the police couldn't allow them to reach onto the voters. One of our reporters allowing political party agents to approach. They put a demarcation between the party agents and people who are going to cast their vote. You know, it is at that point in time, then an agent will come and say, look, we'll see, take this 10K. I beg, vote for party ABC. So they denied them this entirely. And according to a lot of reports, the police have worked very well in this regard. They did not allow the party agent to have clear access in most polling units.
Okay.
To the,
so it means they are up and doing this time around.
Honestly speaking, even INEC has at least when you consider the logistic, when you consider the way they distributed the.
And we are going to come to INEC logistic and all of that. Yeah. But talking about the police trying to curtail, you know, the vote buying, the number of money that is going to go into circulation. If you flip it to the other side, it means for those who they've given money to share and people are not collecting, it means they are going to be in big business. That means they have a lot of money to go home with.
Look, most of these party agents that are giving this money to distribute or to buy the vote, they are always at bigger risk.
Okay.
They have a great tendency of losing their life.
Oh,
do you understand?
Yes.
Them themselves are the main political thugs. People that can have the balls and temerity to come out to a polling unit and start selling vote, they know that it's a very dangerous initiative. So they sacrifice their lives. And now that they couldn't even they couldn't buy enough vote, you know that, and the party cannot come and say, okay, bring those money. So
yes, you will tell them that you have given the money out.
The money, yes, I've given the money out. You don't have camera. He himself or they themselves, this kind of people will try and video themselves giving money to other people. And a lot of account numbers have been also shared. They took account numbers from some voters so that some of them decided to play smart. Okay, now bring your account number. Go and vote. Then you come and swear. And then I now send money to your account. There are set arrangements. So for you taking the initiative to come and vote, please accept this. You did not put any sticker on this.
And people are happy.
People are happy. Yeah. They took the water, they took the food. But then again, many of those people are putting stickers. APC,
to kind of advertise PDP, their candidates.
Exactly. Right. So that you know that when they're giving you this, they're giving you this so that. Yes. So
that you know where your vote is going.
Exactly. And there are people that will put all this pack they will put like 2,000, then put some snacks, you know.
So the money will be hidden.
Exactly. And then they will give you, on top of it, you will see the sticker of that particular candidate wrap. You have never seen them giving money, but the money is right there in the food. So there are so many times.
And some people will eat these snacks without even seeing the money. They will throw it away.
No, that one is clear. You will see it. The moment you open,
you will see the money there.
You know Nigerians now, you know, they have already exposed you to hunger and poverty.
Yes.
In fact, before you see the donut or the buns, the first thing you see, is the 1,000 naira not under. So the people just take the 1,000, I even throw the donut.
It's so interesting how when we are deciding our future, because election is your future, and the man who comes determine how your policy, your economy, your social life, and everything of you run for the next 4 years.
Yes.
And then he's bargaining a 2,000 or a 5,000 naira with you. How do you think we can stop vote buying totally? Yes, people will say, I'll collect the money. It's our money. After all, we are the taxpayers.
Exactly.
But again, on the flip side, these monies are supposed to be monies that should be channeled to infrastructure.
Exactly.
Not money that will be distributed on an election day.
Yes.
And if even those who don't collect is a plus for the party agent, because he has more money to go home. How do we begin to ring it in their ears that you don't need to keep all of these billions and millions for election? Just use it to do projects. And then we vote for you on that level.
I think ultimately 2 things will happen. Actually, the system in itself will correct itself. By the time that you start buying vote and then the vote bank is not working for you, they will now say this is a fruitless effort. Anyway, we have to stop it and then think of another different way with time. Then again, the people now, just like the Oshuners have shown to us now, they will know that, well, if we stand firmly by our right, I think our right can come to be realized, even without taking anything from the politicians. I think we need to do a lot of awareness campaign has to take place by the civil society organization, particularly the media itself, and then even by the academia. The academia have to enlighten. In those days, you don't need to become a student of political science or history to be able to attend lectures. Portable radio that used
those ones that we used to buy, those transistor radio
with SW1, SW2, SW, sometimes SW7. They can access any station anywhere you are, radio station.
So they are limited. So they have destroyed the power of the radio.
And I see that as even a deliberate attempt by the politicians
to destroy.
Yes, so that you will not be politically enlightened. You just have to have.
That's a very good point.
Exactly.
That's a very good point you're making. I never thought of this because I was wondering that why is it that we have more FMs?
They don't bring it now.
We are limiting our political enlightenment. Because I remember our parents learned history of countries, history of their own country, their history of countries, history of their own country, their history of countries, history of their own country. They learned the Third World War. The Second World War, the First World War, and the Third World War. The Second World War, the First World War. Through radio.
Everything through radio.
And that was why BBC, World Service, Voice of America, Deutsche Welle, Radio France were very popular.
As recently as 1993, 94, 95, when I was a student in Zaria, I am addicted. All my neighbors knew. I will follow BBC in English, Network Africa, I'll follow Voice of America. Then initially I will start with BBC Hausa, then Voice of America Hausa, then English, radio BBC and English.
Are we not limited? Because the radio is one that you can be farming and you are listening to it. You can be breastfeeding and be listening to it. You can be cooking and listening. You can do whatever task.
Yes.
You can even be doing operation, surgery, and be listening to it. In case you don't want distraction, you just want to concentrate.
Exactly.
So the TV and the social media are very, very limited.
Of course, they are limited. Of course, they are limited. One, is not everybody that can afford an Android or an iPhone phone for him to be able to access these things. Do you understand? And even if, let's say, at least 40% of Nigerians can access that, is it every time that you have time to listen?
Yes.
One FM station around Plateau area. I can't even understand how they are able to access that one from them. And it's even fed. So he said he's talking about real radio that they used to buy.
Yes.
He showed me he went into South and brought one colonial type of radio.
Wow.
I said, that is impressive. I know this type of radio even when I was in secondary school. I said, Aliji Nakaji radio, and I said, it has been there. but I cannot afford to buy the battery. Even the battery that's used for that particular radio is no longer being produced.
Yes.
You know, those big batteries.
Those big batteries.
So that is it.
The transistor radio, I was looking for it for a long time to buy for my dad. I couldn't find.
You can't
the only one I'm flawed, and he would tell me this one cannot.
Just FM.
This one cannot get BBC for me. It can't get voice over.
Particular radio is no longer being produced.
Yes.
You know, those big batteries.
Those big batteries.
So that is it.
The transistor radio, I was looking for it for a long time to buy for my dad. I couldn't find.
You can't.
The only one I'm getting is this digital one, and he would tell me this one cannot.
Just FM.
This one cannot get BBC for me. It can't get Voice of America for
Even
me.
The FM.
I went around the whole of Abuja. I couldn't get that small transistor radio. But now that you told me it's in Niger,
exactly. I'm telling you can get it in Niger.
Maybe if I get anybody going to Niger,
there are. The manufacturers are still manufacturing it.
Don't you think we should do that business? Maybe we should buy and sell to people.
What if there's a policy in place not to import this? Because, you know, whatever is being imported, there are policies that guide the importation.
I don't think there's any policy saying.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, very
We don't know.
But people across the borders will buy.
Exactly. No, if you want to buy it for your
communities across the borders will buy.
Of course, will buy it. So I am of the opinion that it might have been stopped. Otherwise, there was a time I went by myself looking for radio I couldn't find. I have one right now in my office.
Yes.
Radio. I couldn't find, so I had to resort to that one.
The digital?
No, it's not digital.
Okay, semi?
Okay. When I bought that one, I actually went to buy real radio. I couldn't find, so I had to resort to that one.
The digital?
No, it's not digital.
Okay, semi?
It's semi-digital.
Okay, semi-digital.
Yes, exactly. One SW2, the one that I can tune and access international radio or get Radio Nigeria. This is interesting.
All right, and so that is the video from Oju. People calling them Ole and all of that.
What does Ole mean?
Thief.
Oh.
Okay. That are trying to come and steal their mandate.
People's mandate.
But
they are coming to steal our votes.
They are coming to steal our votes. Yes. But again, the governor also spoiled the show.
Yes, he did.
He spoiled the show. He spoiled the show in his address. When you told yes, it's okay to thank the president for ensuring a peaceful, to say because he did that, you're going to support him in 2027. I don't think that was a big spoiler.
That is a big spoiler. You can imagine. I can imagine the kind of comment that followed his statement. Yes, because I went through some social media comments. Some people just shared part of his statement like that, the speech, and so many Oshunians are very, very angry, very, very angry with him that it is not. The will of the people. It's not only the will of the people is not only to make sure that Accord Party wins, but it's also to effect change across Nigeria. They are against the policies of the present administration, and for you to say that they are coming now to support the coming of this administration that is very, very anti-people, we don't like it. In fact, some people are even throwing insult at a governor, that's just been already a sitting governor, and is now coming for a second time.
Yes.
You that went out to vote for him.
He was referring to the governor this time around. He said, you are a man of honor and integrity. Agreement is agreement. Now the governor is refuting that word, saying agreement is not agreement. Does it mean that there was an agreement behind the scene? That there's a collabo between the governor and the president, and that was why he could win.
Okay, give me Oyo, I give you the country.
Yeah,
I give you the presidential.
The presidential. So could that be what played out last minute? That because I remember as of 3-4 that Saturday afternoon when they raised the alarm that they are going to declare the election inconclusive. The governor and his nephew were all over the place.
That,
saying that it's going to be declared inconclusive. Could that be that immediately after that there was an agreement that was done, because the governor was talking to Sheung of channels yesterday, and said that the president called him and he asked him. He said, "What did the president tell you?" That the president just asked how am I? And I told him that your boy is cruising to victory. Yes. And he asked me, how is dance? And I said, dance is going fine. That in fact, I'm coming to the villa to show you some starting on a wrong note. Is he starting his second time? Is the governor starting his second term on a wrong note?
Yeah, unless he come out and then apologize to the people and then
wouldn't that be too late in the day? Too late,
of course.
Too little, too late in the day.
But then you can still not preempt that it is actually starting on a wrong note. But it shows a very bad signal for his second tenure, actually, unless he has done something to overshadow this and now decide to go along with the flow as he maybe in his first 100 days in office. There are things that the governor can do that can refute statement he made, because politicians are liable to make wrong statements that they can live to regret the whole of their lives. But then some politicians, you know, they are very kind, very politicians.
Could it be that it's overexcitement on the part of the governor that made him to say those things that he said?
I don't think it's overexcitement. Now hearing these two things from you,
yes,
I didn't know. I have not heard about Festus Keyam's statement.
Okay.
And I haven't known what went behind those scene, between him and the president. But getting to hear this, I don't think it's overexcitement. I think it's a calculated statement and it's deliberate. It might have been
And that is why those governors that came had to leave at 2 a.m.
Exactly.
So maybe the president just called them and said, it's a done deal.
Exactly.
Please come back home. Yes.
Before knowing that, in my morning show, I already said, I wonder, as they were leaving, I wonder what they are now going back to tell Baba.
Not knowing that, they have already settled.
Exactly. So hearing this now, I think he might have been the one that said, okay, come back, everything's been done. Exactly. Probably so.
All right.
Probably so.
Okay. All right. So the Osho election has come and gone, and then it has set up a template. It has also proven the will of the people. But let us see if that template will be adopted when the 2027 general election comes, and you know how the will of the people will be further, you know, tested. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll go straight to another issue again, still political matters. Stay with us.
So I'm Baroness Verma. I'm a member of the House of Lords in the United Kingdom, a former Minister for Energy and Climate Change, and a former Minister for Development. To all the listeners of PMB Television, it is wonderful to be able to reach out to you, to all of you viewers. Please listen and learn and take away lessons that will enhance your country, but wider the globe.
Tired of the snow? Tired of the bat in your 388-7277. Free TV. Digital TV for free. Brought to you by NBC.
All right, welcome back. Still the voice is coming to you live on Politics and Business TV right here in the nation's capital, Abuja. We now move straight to our second topic, and it has to do with the Minister of Works. David Umahi, the engineer, the professor. He said he's a professor of engineering, and he's talking this morning. He said, I will vote Tinubu, not Obi. Is that a crime? Now, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has declared that his support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election bid, saying he will campaign for and vote for the president in 2020. This administration's infrastructure project across the Southeast should be enough to convince residents to support the president. According to him, the region would vote massively for Tinubu because of the federal government's ongoing road and other infrastructure projects. Umahi said the project demonstrated that Tinubu's administration has paid attention to the development needs of the Southeast, adding that the region should assess the government on the basis of tangible projects rather than political sentiments. The minister spoke against the background of the inspection of the Afikpo Road, like we told you earlier. Mr. Ibrahim, this is a minister. It is normal to support his boss.
Exactly.
The boss who gave him appointment in the last 3 years.
3 years, yes.
And he held and is holding a very sensitive ministry and even a very lucrative one.
Ministry, yes.
And today people will tell you that the only thing that the federal government is pumping in money is roads. Roads, bridges, and all of that. And he's the man, in charge. And he said that, look, I'm going to vote for Tinubu. Is that a crime? Is he already getting a pointer, a feeling that the South...
when they have a candidate in place for them to vote otherwise. And particularly, they have never had a candidate that has generally been endeared to the heart and mind of the Southeasterners like Peter Obi. They did that, like you said, in 2023, and almost all voted for Peter Obi. Well, for Umahi to come and make that statement, I don't think it's something to write home about. One, he belongs to the party. He's an APC member. Two, he's already a sitting minister. You understand? He's simply blowing his trumpet. But for him to give reasons as to why he's supporting Tinubu is where I take an exception to. I said this because if he had said, I am going to vote, I will not vote Obi, I will only vote Tinubu and stop there, then there's no problem with that statement. Even me, I have the right to say, I'm not voting Tinubu. I will vote Atiku. I'm a Nigerian. I have the right to say that, even though I'm nobody. You understand? But for him to give reason, I read the whole write-up and his statement and discussion with the media, but I have not seen one single statement where he made reference to any human capital development aspect. He has not mentioned any area where the lives of the citizens in the Southwest have been improved.
Southeast
have been improved.
No, but he'll tell you with roads and bridges, they've been able to move their goods and whatever.
He mentioned almost 8 activities, all is
tied to road construction. Yeah.
And Nigerians are asking, are even those road construction going on actually? This morning, we featured one video that shown...
I was the one that sent it.
Exactly.
The Jaga Road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Recently, Donald Duke, former River State Cross River State governor, has come out to publicly tell Nigerians that this ambitious road project that is being undertaken by the federal government is impossible. It's an impossibility. Because it's a deadlock area where you can need at least, he said, 100 bridges need to be constructed along before the road will be completed. And they are dissolving over $20 billion into that project. Has it been started? So many roads are not ongoing.
Okay.
Some have started and then stopped.
Yes.
They have not even started clearing the area for the road.
The one from Abuja to Kaduna have been changing hands.
Exactly. And up till today,
it has not finished.
It has not been finished. Even Kano, I think the only completed one, I think, is Kano Kaduna Express Road.
Okay.
Yes, that one has been completed.
Okay.
Yes. Apart from even that one, most part of that road project was constructed by during Muhammadu Buhari.
Yes, I think the remaining part,
just the remaining part has been completed. So if we are talking about road, then give us a statistics how many of those road projects have been completed, started and completed.
Of road.
Up till in fact, that was the time that he became angry and told Nigeria that he's a professor of road construction, a professor of engineering.
So, and he's not going to divulge the amount.
Exactly.
That they will not understand.
Let us know. So when he comes out and begins to speak like this, we know that just trumping his trumpet.
Blowing his trumpet.
Blowing trumpet.
Yes.
One of them say his wife should be praying for him also that he will continuously remain in the good books of the president. So Umahi too has to find a way of blowing his own trumpet.
To remain.
In addition to that, he might have also asked his wife to at least please pray for me also that I remain in the good book of the president. They have to do this.
But he said he's voting for Tinubu shouldn't be a crime. But the people will also ask him that we will not vote for Tinubu because of road projects.
Exactly.
We also we will vote for our own brother. And that also should not be seen as a crime.
As a crime, yes. Exactly. He knew. Probably what motivated to say that is because maybe he had some people making certain statements against his political intention. If you look at it very carefully, you will see that majority of Southeast politicians, even though they are from the outside showing affiliation to the APC, this is how they do most of the time. They underneath below the surface, they are also supporting their very own. That's what they do. Even 2023 elections, so many of them locally have supported their casemate. Not even Southeast, even in some part of the North.
Yes.
The Southeasterners that are living in most part of the North, they voted immensely for the Labour Party in 2023 election. Particularly in states like Kaduna, like Kano, like Katsina, where I can recall, many of the Southeasterners living there voted en masse to Obi. That is how they will vote. And he knew that this will be the trend. So maybe he's just politically making them, annoying them.
Is the president beginning to have a feel that his foot soldiers are actually not doing the job? with the Osun election template. He has to step in to reach an agreement.
Exactly.
To save the situation.
He has to.
No, what I'm saying that, is he now seeing that these foot soldiers, the people he gave appointments, the people he thought that his right-hand men, the people he gave so much money to execute project, they're actually not going to deliver votes for him when it comes to 2027.
Exactly.
Is he beginning to see that now?
I think he's beginning to see that. That's why I say they have to go back to the drawing board. They have to, because he's now aware that it's not how much money he gives out for campaigns under the, what is it? There's one particular project that's going on.
The
Renewed Hope.
Yes.
It's not likely going to work. And he knew that even having all governors in one party, and the money and everything, still the will of the people superseded. So I think he's beginning to have these feelings.
Okay.
Yes, it's the policies that will work against him. It's the way the government is being run that's going to work against him. It's the amount of unexplained billions of dollars and billions of naira that have been recently discovered, strangely in certain areas unaccounted for, that's going to work against him. So generally, it's an election. It's going to be an election between the Nigerian people and the ruling party, not between ADC, not between PDP, not between the other parties and the APC. That's what I see. In fact, that is why at the initial stage, they realized, as APC, they realized this, and that is why they were trying to make things very difficult for the opposition party, because they know no independent candidate has ever made any strong attempt in Nigeria. So you have to belong to one party. You have to have one particular political party platform for you to contest. So that's why they try to disrupt the political opposition.
Before we come to the opposition political parties themselves, because they have also not made any impact.
Of course.
As far as Osun is concerned. People will say all their mouth, all their dancing, all their shakara, it didn't take them.
Even the marches of them was only able to get 17,000.
Well, only get to 70,000 out of the whole vote. So, but coming to the president, is it that presidents don't learn their mistake? Goodluck Jonathan did the same thing. He had over 30 governors during his own time, and he didn't win election.
Yes.
He didn't win the election. Now, the man who removed him from that position.
He too.
He too is still, no, I mean, I'm talking about, Muhammadu Buhari didn't lure people to come into his party.
No, his is very free. Initially, he said he will not even interfere.
Yes. And Muhammadu Buhari will not even interfere in your election. So if you lose, you lose. You win, you win. That's your wahala.
That's one of his problems with the APC chief chance at that time.
Yes, that he just allowed things to go the way they want to go. But I'm talking about this particular president. He was the one who masterminded the opposition in 2014, 2015, formed a very formidable coalition and uprooted the sitting president. And the sitting president then was counting on his governor base. He was counting that the governors will deliver. Unfortunately, the governors during election, they refused to deliver.
It's no surprise.
So why is he not learning from that? That look, bringing more business as usual.
It's no longer the case now. A young man will come and tell you, Bazami, but we are not going to vote that way. What have you done for us? You understand? We are not relying on what you are going to give us here. What have you been doing to influence our lives? It has become so bad that people that tend to don't even look at what governance is all about are now putting all their concentration and all their eyes on what governments are doing. They hear monies in billions, in hundreds of billions being allocated to their state governors. But they don't see anything. Roads are still not being constructed or even...
Human capital development is zero. Inflation is biting very hard.
No light.
No light. Basic amenities.
Not even go to our primary school in our communities and see. No desk, no roof, no blackboard, no chalk. In fact, even the teachers, they will go. Some teachers are vulcanizers. So they will come to the class, register, take 1-2 lectures, and go and start doing their vulcanizing business. Do you understand?
By vulcanizing
all these people that mend tires and tubes by the roadside.
Vulcanizers.
Exactly. Some are tell us. They will come, do 1 or 2
and go back to their
English
shops.
and maths, particularly English and maths. They will now put classwork on the board and then go and leave. Even the headmaster himself is almost upset. And the government state governors are aware of this. They don't pump money that's meant for education, but in the budget they will read millions, hundreds of billions of naira allocated for Ministry of Education. But go to the school and see how the schools are. Dilapidated structures, equipment not being provided, teachers hardly get their salaries at when due. All these things militated against education, particularly in the North. I like to speak about the North because that is where I know more about.
Yes, that's where you are from.
Exactly, that's where I'm from, and I visit these things and see it to my eyes. You understand? There's no security for the local farmer and not even to go to farm. He's afraid. You may go to farm and the next time they will call your parent, come and bring 100 million. If your entire members of your family are collected together, I cannot put together 10 million. And now the bandits are requesting for 100 million. Sometimes community will put the money together, bargain, bring it down a little bit, take the money, and then they will come back with your cups. Sometimes they even hold one and then send the other three with the cup. So many things are happening. Governors are not doing anything about it. So this election, this 2023 election, please, no governor should feel comfortable. In fact, even the president himself should not feel comfortable, honestly speaking. He should not relax. He should make sure that he has to do more than what he's doing now in order to be reelected.
It's not too late for him to up his game. Is it late for him to up his game? That's a very dicey one, isn't it?
That's a very dicey one.
4 months to election.
4 months election.
And where we're talking about upping game.
What would he have done?
Bring back fuel subsidy. Just one.
Just one. That will honestly, that will
announce a 500. Let's even start saying announce a pump price of 500 naira per liter.
Part of the bringing down the subsidy.
Yes, so bring it back.
This alone will at least have some effect.
But will people trust that? They'll say it's just for election. After election, you take it back to a 2,000 naira.
Person like me. Slightly down. The price of flour will go slightly down.
Yes.
Do you understand?
They have a way of talking to these manufacturers, right?
Exactly.
To bring or give them some incentive.
Everybody is under the government.
Everybody. That's good.
Exactly. 3 years to election, you don't give a damn about the citizen. But just a year to election, you begin to think about the people. That what will I do now to at least do something good so the Nigerians will not think and know that I have done something. That's what they do. Deception. Politics of deception.
Deception, yeah.
That's what's happening.
Okay, all right. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll go to the last lap of our discussion. Stay with us.
So I'm Baroness Verma. I'm a member of the House of Lords in the United Kingdom, a former Minister for Energy and Climate Change, and a former Minister for Development. To all the listeners of PMB Television, it is wonderful to be able to reach out to you, to all of you viewers. Please listen and learn and take away lessons that will enhance your country, but wider the globe.
Tired of the snow? Tired of the bad TV signals?
All right, welcome back. It's still the voices, and let me go to let us come to the opposition party themselves. And we do understand that is it on the 18th or 19th they'll be having
18th,
I think
18th, yes.
18th, right? So maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is 18th.
Yeah, tomorrow is 18th now.
Yes,
so
course.
by tomorrow they are going to have a meeting and decide to step down for one person. But I'm sure that meeting will not be the conclusive one. Is it the conclusive one, or is it the one that will set the role?
You know, before that, previous other meeting had been held. Mostly, I think it's in Ibadan. I think in Ibadan.
The Ibadan Summit.
Yes, Ibadan, exactly. Makinde is Ibadan Governor, Makinde, in Makinde State. So there are previous meetings, and that I think this is going to be the last. That's what I'm thinking. Because prior to this, some of them have made a statement to the effect that even though you are seeing us separated, there's likelihood, even Makinde has said it, that in the end of it all, we may likely dissolve into one strong political party and present one strong candidate in one of the political parties. Makinde has stated that El-Rufai, before his incarceration, has also made alluded to the same possibility. And then recently, there's another ADC chieftain. Who is it? Is it Lano? One ADC chieftain also made similar statement. So I see a possibility whereby they will not agree. Not in interest, not in their for their personal ambition and interest, but the interest of Nigerians, because Nigerians now want change. That like during the
Jonathan period,
Buhari's time, we shouted change.
Yes.
Nigerians are also agitating for change this time around, and the opposition are aware of that. and opposition are very much aware that Nigerians are not comfortable with the policies. I'm always careful of saying that. It's not Tinubu that Nigerians do not like. It's not even APC that Nigerians do not like. It's the policies that's militating against
it's the APC that they don't like because it's a party. It's a party that's bringing the policy.
Let's assume the party has put in place beautiful policies that is
yes,
for people.
So it will be the party they will support.
So, okay, let's agree with you. Let's agree that
because the party is the vehicle.
Exactly. So the opposition party are aware of this. So they are now trying to see, they have seen an opportunity. They have seen a situation whereby if they get their games right, they can easily snatch power out of incumbent administration. So I see a possibility of them coming up with one strong person. The only difficulty is I'm particularly skeptical about two people. The others may decide to agree. But these two people, the ADC candidate and the NDC candidate, I don't know who will bury his ambition for the ambition of Nigerian and then advance the other party. Exactly. Or Obi.
And then don't forget there's a Makinde too.
That's why I said even Makinde, I see a possibility of him saying whatever is done, whatever decision is taken, I can agree.
The two contenders are the difficult people.
That are difficult people. You understand? If you leave me, for me, am I allowed to express?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay, for me, I'll prepare a situation whereby Makinde will be allowed to contest. I have my reason.
Okay.
The president himself is coming from the southwest.
So you're thinking that he's going to split the votes there?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And he's a young man too.
Exactly. Then Atiku's vote from the north and Obi's vote from the southeast
will
now help him at least gain some something to ensure that he wins the election.
About the southeast that have also cried marginalization, who are also saying it is also fair for us to be the president of Nigeria. So there will be those who will say people and their loyalists and even sympathizers. Don't forget, the Southeast too had sympathizers. They have sympathizers across the country who feel that it is also their own turn to become the president of the country.
Of course. I'm just telling you my own view. I'm just telling you my own view. And then I'm also looking at the possibility. You know, relatively, Makinde seems to be less popular than the two of them.
Yes.
He has less crisis surrounding
political baggage.
Exactly, baggage as compared to the two contestants. There are people that will give you more than 100 reasons why they don't want Obi to be there.
Okay.
There are people that can give you more than 1,000 reasons why they don't want Atiku to be there. But Makinde has less of these complications.
But he's not popular. When it comes to election,
that is why we are saying coalition. People are not choosing Makinde. People are choosing electing the coalition.
Even in coalition.
Yes.
Even in coalition, they have to come up with somebody that is popular. Because the president will prefer a weaker candidate.
Exactly.
Yes. There are people who will not vote Makinde because of Atiku or Obi. They will never do that.
When Obi came in 2023.
Yes. No, 2019.
2019. He came out as president.
Yes, he contested with Atiku. Don't forget.
Atiku. Yes. Exactly. His popularity was not what it is today.
But it was.
But he still, despite that, he contested.
Yes.
And that initial attempt is what made him popular.
That's what I'm saying. That he has experience.
Yes.
He did 2019, he did 2023, and here he is in 2027. So he has a track record. So you can track his supporters and his voters from 2019 till date, and he has experience too.
Exactly.
The opposition party will not look for a weaker candidate because they know what that means. If this is a president that is formidable, this is a president that knows it all, and don't forget, he has the power.
He's just keenly looking at the mistake they will make,
and then he will cash on it.
Exactly.
You give him a weaker candidate, and that's the end of the story.
The end of the story.
There are people who will look at a Makinde and say, "You are a traitor. Why are you contesting with your brother?" Yes, and that will not,
well
for him, and it will not even give him
even from his region.
So that will be a very big minus. But again, this is not a platform for us to say candidate A, B, C, D must be presented. We are only trying to look at the cards here. For somebody like me, I will say an Obi should be given at the end of the day, and Atiku should just swallow his pride and become the father of all of them and put an Obi there, and let's see how that because the fear of Obi will shake the villa, the fear of Atiku will shake the villa, but there is no fear when it comes to a Makinde. So I hope the opposition parties will look at it back together.
That's why the incarcerated always say that we have plan A, B, C, D. Okay. That's what he said, that we have a lot of plans. If this doesn't work, the other one must go. Then one smart guy said, I think what you are saying, Your Excellency, is that all these A, B, C, D are interrelated or interconnected. He just laughed. He did not give an answer to that particular statement. So, like you say, the opposition coming together, I think it's a very, very, very commendable effort. And we are just hoping they agree within themselves. Whoever they present as one strong candidate, Nigerians are willing to go along with that because, honestly speaking, many Nigerians are looking forward to a change. Not because, like I said, of the person ruling, but because of the policies they're experiencing. Yes.
Okay. So, do you think with the kind of fight the federal government is giving to them, do you think they will allow them to rally around? Because don't forget, every day the federal government is coming up with policies that weakens them. It's coming up with cases that weakens them. And do you think they will allow them to settle for one person?
Well,
maybe after tomorrow you hear another court somewhere.
Of course, we are not ruling out those possibilities because that's what has been happening for more than in the last few months.
To sink the country and all of that. Here we are, APC. How many years down the line? Almost 11 years.
11 years
down the line. And they have done worse.
Worse than the PDP.
In fact, they have sunk the country. If we are going to use that word, economically and even politically, they have done that. Today, the same people who were protesting a hike of fuel at that time, who marched the street of Lagos and everywhere, here they are today.
I think they were agitating about 10 naira increase.
Is it 10 naira, 100 naira at that time?
It's either 10 naira
or 50 naira. We can't even remember.
Wow. But now we are seeing increment of about 1,000 naira.
1,300.
300.
Yes.
No, when they came in, I think it was about 300 naira.
No, when they came in, immediately when they came in, it was 97 naira. Don't
97?
Forget. Yes, 97. Wow. It was during Baba Buada, it rose to become 197 to 200.
I mean, this particular administration.
This particular administration, they removed the subsidy on day one. So the day you remove the subsidy, the fuel is shoot up to 500.
Then from 500, we found ourselves
700 to 800 to 1,000. Here we are, 1,300. So do you think the people themselves, Nigerians today, will support any coalition with trust, any coalition or any opposition? Looking at what happened to them, to us in 2014.
They might. Or they can actually, because they don't know what the opposition is coming to them with. But they have already experienced what this particular administration is putting them through. So the expectation is that these people know that we are voting out this out of power because we want change. But then again, it's the same desire that brought in the APC administration also. So the whole thing is confusing actually, but actually for me as a Nigerian, I believe we can see change once this administration is out of the place, for me personally. I can't see, the first mistake they did was removing the subsidy.
The first subsidy.
The first subsidy. Even the first act that they did was, he was making that when he was being sworn in, I think.
And it wasn't even in his speech, he just said it.
He just said it. It wasn't even part of the written. You can understand that. And that's why we found ourselves in this situation. I think the best thing that this opposition party will now dwell on, let them promise Nigeria that when they come back, the trend can change.
But I don't think, anyway, it's too early in the day to begin to, point to what they are going to say or what they are not going to say. We're going to be seeing the campaigns, and the campaigns officially are supposed to start on Wednesday 19th, if I'm correct. That's officially.
Officially, yes.
Yeah, but I also learned that nobody starts a campaign early in the day, because you burn out economically, you burn out energy-wise, you burn out even idea-wise. So I think we're going to see a low start, and then we now progress,
gradually,
as we approach the main election. But so maybe then we're going to see the kind of issue-based...
what issues will bring you out?
But do you think any party today, considering the global economy itself, the international market for crude price, the war across this country, do you think any party will come today and say, we're going to bring subsidy? or we are going to subsidize petroleum product. Do you think because these people said they've removed subsidy, but now we are hearing there is energy security. So I don't understand what energy security is.
Which virtually is just changing, putting an old wine into a new bottle. That's what many analysts have suggested anyway. But I think the campaign strategy of the opposition party should actually be more economic than political.
Okay.
They should be addressing economic issues more than political issues as in their campaign. If there's any political policies they have, I think they have to now wait till they find themselves in position of power. But now, the attention of Nigerians has to do with the economy. Let's see, what plans do you have regarding the economic policies that you are coming to implement in Nigeria? Because it is those policies that are now putting them into what they are, the position that they are today. You understand? For example, issues that has to do with subsidy, issues that has to do with valuation of the currency.
The devaluation itself.
Yes, then issues around import and export, issues about what do you call it, these things that you pay to bank when you take loan? Interest rate. All these things are serious issues. Then issues about even the Nigerian natural solid mineral, excavation and promotion of solid mineral. Because all this time we have been concentrating only on petroleum products. It's just recently I begin to pay attention to our excavation of the other natural resources, the solid mineral, etc., etc., etc. We should begin to expand. Most of these mining are now being done by illegal mining companies. They are not registered companies, and a lot of money is being wasted. And in fact, that is what promotes government's fault.
Because
that's what I'm saying. Come up with beautiful policies, practicable policies, not like what we have now. Why do you think banditry is eating all those areas where it has been where natural resources have been discovered? The banditry is taking place there
because the government didn't take over.
Exactly.
So the bandits took
over. Sometimes all these illegal miners will now employ bandits to be taking
and then send the villagers out. And those who refuse to go will be killed.
Exactly. We are dying and we are losing our resources.
But let's come to the economy. For everybody who is going to win the 2027 election, the person is going to be in a deep mess. Why? Because our debt today, I don't, because it's going to even start from there.
I hope it's not coming in to put more of the energy into payment, repayment.
Of course, that's what it means. Now, we also have been told that this government also inherited a policy where our crude has been sold before now on credit. Have been sold. The money has been paid.
Wow.
Yes. And that was what the past administration did for them to be able to execute some of the projects that they executed. They had to sell the crude in advance.
So whatever
crude we have now,
the payment have been made already.
They already have been paid and the money has been used. And so even if they tell you today they are producing 1.5 million barrel per day, it means the one they are currently selling might not even be up to 500. So the person has that to contend with. And that is if they have also not gone into another negotiation to say we too are selling A, B, C, D. We have sold in advance and collected our money.
I say we should now turn our attention to the solid minerals and other resources available in the country. That's why I suggested even that.
Yes.
We have concentrated so much energy and time in petroleum resources at the expense of other
resources. But even the petroleum resources, this particular government came and decided to stop the new ones that are being explored. The Gombe, Bauchi, the Kolomani.
Exactly.
That would have added. Yes. It would have added barrels of oil for us today, and the new ones that we have been discovered. So why do you have to cancel when you know you don't have enough?
Money that was already in place. This administration now gave an executive order
that they should be returned
the money to the central account. Up till today, I've been trying, from time to time, I've tried to check what reason actually informed this decision and what is the money being used for. We should have been told that this money is going to be used for so and so. Like in the case of the Almadiri monies that have been taken, at least we know where that money went to. They said they are going to consult quite a number of